Have you ever wondered what the importance of performance appraisals are, or what you even say during one? And how does it differ between doing a performance appraisal with a star employee versus a difficult one? And what are some strategies you can keep in mind? Let's find out today on Leda's Hospitality HR and Lounge, Episode 3, Performance Management. So with performance appraisals, what are we even talking about? This is a systematic evaluation of an employee. And at a minimum, it's between the employee and their supervisor. We are looking at their job description as well as their performance, and this is an open dialogue between the two to review and assess where that employee is. So now let's discuss the 5 main objectives of a performance appraisal. The first is to assess the employee in their current role. This is a great opportunity to look at the job description and assess how the employee is doing based on those descriptions. The second is to provide feedback to employees regarding their performance. This is also based on the job description as well as the employee's recent performance. The third is to align the employees with the organization and team goals. This is an opportunity where the employee and supervisor can discuss where the organization is going and what the goals are. The fourth is to align on current projects. It's easy to get inundated with the day-to-day operations, and this is a great time to discuss where they are on current projects and how they are performing. And the fifth is to guide employees for better performance overall. This is a great way to assess whether any additional training is needed or anything else to discuss. So at the end of it all, what is the core message that is coming across with performance appraisals? The message is that the employee matters. Their perspectives matter, they can positively impact the organization within their role, and they are worth developing as a professional. So now that we know what performance appraisals are and what they are trying to do, how do you deliver the performance appraisal with the employee? There are 3 main components that need to be addressed. The first is we listen to the employee. We give them plenty of opportunities to provide perspective. We are listening closely to what they say, and this is a chance to better understand the employee's career goals and learn about them as a person. The second is to provide constructive feedback. We want to provide fair and honest feedback. We're not dwelling on weaknesses alone. We also want to mention their strengths and outline how they bring value to the organization. We are sticking with feedback that pertains to their job description and skills required to be successful. The third is to establish next steps. We're setting goals and objectives for the upcoming year, and we're defining what skills are important for the employee to continue building on. We're ending on a positive note and thanking them for the hard work that they have done so far and expressing excitement for the upcoming year. The reality check is that not everyone is a star employee. So there are times when a manager is dealing with a difficult employee, and there are some key things to keep in mind during the performance appraisal. The first is that the employee matters. That is the whole message of the performance appraisal, and that is a message that we are relaying throughout the organization and culture as we do these appraisals. Secondly, your definition of an actual manager is that your job is to manage people. It is your role to get as much productivity out of each of your employees as possible. And the third is work productivity. You want to make sure that the employee stays productive. It's not really worth having a bad apple amongst your team. So how you phrase constructive feedback is very important. So when reviewing difficult employees, here are 5 strategies to keep in mind. The first is to remain professional. It doesn't do anyone any good to get agitated or to show any negative emotion. This is a meeting between 2 professional employees talking openly about how we can move forward. The second is to validate feelings. We are there to listen to the employee and to validate what they are feeling and why they are feeling those emotions. The third is to be constructive. Keep on point and make sure that we are reviewing based on the job description and what the employee's responsibilities are. It's easy to get out of task. However, it is important to stay on task and to stay constructive. The fourth is to keep an open mind. There are two sides to every story, and it is important to make sure that we are weighing both sides of each story. And the fifth is to focus on the future. Keep looking ahead and find ways in how we can rectify certain situations or not repeat others to make sure that we are moving forward and focusing on that future. So in conclusion, performance appraisals are important because they drive the core message that each employee is important to the organization. There are fundamental components of a productive performance appraisal for any manager to learn. And when reviewing any difficult employee, there are some key strategies to keep in mind that are beneficial both for you as the supervisor and the employee. Well, thank you for tuning into Lita's Hospitality HRM Lounge, Episode 3, Performance Management. We will see you next time.